حاصل هذا بيطلع لي حاصل على تجربة كالفا على تطبيق.
فتح تطبيق
كيف تحصل؟
والله راح احكي عنك لما
ولك هاي أول مرة بجربها. حدا ماسك حدا من هون. ايش هذا؟ شباب حطوا لايك.
Oh, that was so smart. They had two people from FaZe Clan, one on the backboard ready for the shot high, one on the ground. They knew that they could cover just about everything there, and they love that setup for FaZe. They know what's coming at them.
That was, again, the big gripe that everyone had from FaZe, but this is the most organized we've seen their defense in a long time. Even in the tournaments, they've done well. You still had criticisms of their defense. One of their better showings through 2 games. But as I say that, TRK threatening with boost. AJ has to take the challenge. Challenge there, and that's a tough bounce for him to follow up on.
But they didn't get the boost deal, so FaZe kind of going to have to just throw this ball up the pitch, and it's all about the challenge game for them. Can they keep it in line? And that's a big play from AJ, just to give them enough time to really get set in the midfield and maybe regain possession.
The Falcons are certainly holding on to more and more of the possession. FaZe really just kind of throwing the ball down the field and taking 1 or 2 shots and backing off. It feels like Falcons holding more and more of that possession, almost getting that one goal. Fouled again. AJ, a bit of boost. Has first killer there. Back around. Falcons taking their time with it. Khaled now. Force typical into the end. TRK. Oh, it's a big save on the goal. And again from AJ. The best one Falcons have had another one on target. This one denied by AJ once again. Khaled keeping possession. Falcons knocking on the door. And they want in.
Khaled gets from the ground. That's a massive demo from TRK to put it out of FaZe.
At first killer. Falcons wanting to bring this one down. Keeping possession. Khaled on the other side. Almost able to take the defense on first killer. Slippery set, trying to pinch it under Ahmad. 2.5 minutes of overtime. Still scoreless.
Oh boy.
Big clear. That's not the touch you want there for your FaZe. Ahmad keeping him honest there inside the box. Khaled to 1. Oh, almost able to get the dunk, but here comes Ahmad looking for 2. Can he get back to it? First killer denies. A little panic here from FaZe. That one thrown across the box.
Oh, okay, I was about to say that's a disaster. Thankfully, Falcons have a good bit of layering as well in their defense. This has been a tight overtime. Falcons definitely trying to make changes in how they approach the offense. They know that they can't just go straight with that backwards because they're running out of boost, and now they're thinking, okay, get in front of the wall. To the side. AJ's going to take game 2. Falcons try as they might. Cannot break down the door. He picked up again, and that one actually cost him a game.
Oh no, that one just bumped by off the backboard. And FaZe's plan there to punish that one. I think everyone was kind of looking at it from Falcon. They came off their own player. Tough to read if you're all inside the box there, and you can see wide open on the far side was AJ, who had a crazy game here. One goal, one shot, 6 saves coming out from him after 7 forward. And he really kept the baseline into this. Again, we talked a lot, talked a lot about their defense here. AJ certainly stepping up and keeping Falcons out.
Huge defensive show from FaZe. I mean, that's a great pass. AJ, maybe a little fortunate the one off the post, but in general, across the board, and there's the mix-up in the corner. Ahmad running back into the corner, just tipped it off the wall, and Khaled and TRK kind of trying to figure out what that was about. And Falcons are going to take a timeout here and take some time to try and figure out what they want to do. Because I actually really liked the idea, as I was talking about the change in how they were trying to push down through FaZe, because they knew they were running out of boost. They're like, okay, we've got all these air dribbles. Yeah, we can get one guy, but it's really tough to make room for the 2 or 3. So now they're thinking, okay, get in front of the ball, drop it down into the middle of the box. Maybe we can get a much better shot on target. And they have. But at the same time, find a little extra time for FaZe to get set in position on defense, and they're making some great stops. And Falcons, I think it's the right time to take the timeout, because you're like, we're playing well, we're just not winning, so we need a little extra time to figure out what we want to do.
This is the longest the Falcons have been held without a goal in the series, currently at 13 minutes and 52 seconds of in-game time. Almost 14 minutes. Falcons,
Of all people.
of all people, have been held scoreless here, and that, I think, again, a lot of credit, I think, goes to FaZe defensively, especially in Game 2, because I think a lot more goal line saves were required when Falcons ramped up their offense a little bit. But you got to give some credit over to FaZe, because they've done a great job of denying that.
And here's where you really start wondering about that point T-Base brought up in the desk. Okay, now you get frustrated, right? So you take the time out, think it's a good idea, check a little bit of that. Like, come on, why haven't you scored yet? And if you come out here in Game 3, and if you go another 5 minutes, and you end up in another 0-0 overtime as the win, that's great. If we end up in another 0-0 overtime, imagine if you're Falcons. You take a time out, you're thinking, we got to get something done. And if you end up with another 0-0 overtime, and then is that where you collapse and you start going into this very one-dimensional, very readable offense? Is that the straw that broke the back?
It's hard to conceptualize how important the mental factor is in a lot of these games, but I think everyone knows how frustrating it is to be held scoreless 2 games straight, and especially at this level. Incredible stuff coming out from FaZe and for Falcons. They've gone to the drawing board. Let's see what they come out with. And they've got to break through this baseline defense that's just been immaculate here through 2 games.
Oh, wow.
Typical with the redirect lob downfield, and no one there from Falcons.
I mean, first killer just threw it up. Typical is thinking, yeah, no problem, I can go get that one. And for once, nobody from Falcons able to throw a hand up, as Dan likes to say. It's difficult to collect.
No scoreless overtime here. FaZe striking the first 20 seconds in Game 3. And maybe another one here as first killer threatening. Timeout. Well, not how you wanted to start off Game 3 for Falcons. The first killer through 1, looking for more. Flip reset, denied by Ahmad.
A couple of games ago, I do remember roughly the stat being around 60% for winning after you take a timeout. I think it went down a little bit since then, so I think we're hovering around 55, but coming out and getting punches in the mouth in the first minute certainly doesn't bode well.
Again, it's just another step down. First killer poking a 3. It's 2-0 FaZe plan.
Huge play again. This time they break through another double commit. Khaled just has to buy time, and first killer, he didn't have the luxury of having time, just went straight for it. He's getting pushed around by a Falcons player as well, just jumped up, and Khaled thinking he had time to grab that corner boost, delayed his approach, and got beat for it.
How reliable. He's in. Oh my goodness, first killer again. They're running up the score here in Game 3.
Huge runaway game. Typical straight to the floor. TRK, I mean, that's actually about as beautiful as a line as you could ask for from that angle, but first killer's camped out of the box. Give it right through, keep it on the floor. FaZe land up big, up early in game.
And with the scoring woes from Falcons, you really start to look at them and wonder,
Here's where you...
Even if they get one, they get another. Yeah. It's been so difficult for them. Another one off the back wall. That one comes clean to him. Difficult. We'll go back to the base side.
Really got to work hard. This is what makes, you know, great teams. Great teams go out there. Every great team has been shut out 2 games straight before. None of them were happy about it. But the greatest teams always find a way back some way. So you're gonna have to dig deep if you're Falcons right now. And you have the time. It's entirely doable. It's just a matter of you make it happen. That was a bar. Here comes the second one, and that one cannot be reached. And you get 4.
There's no way with a shot like that from typical top shelf. Ahmad.
Good effort.
Looked like he was going to go in and out, but it still failed. Trying to dodge the demos instead, and Difficult had all the time in the world to slot that one top shelf. 4-0 here in game 3, and there's still 3 minutes left on the clock.
And they're shoving. FaZe are pushing. They're not giving up. Saying now's the time to just absolutely smash them. And I think that's the right idea if you're FaZe. I mean, at this point, you've got 4 to work with. You can do pretty much anything.
Well, First Killer's going to do just that. Here comes the flip reset. Oh, they got it! He got it! He pushed it through! It's 5-0 FaZe!
Gibbs is pretty frustrated. Spent the whole pre-match talking about how good First Killer was and how great FaZe were, and it's up picking Falcons, and now they're up 5 in game 3, looking to run the table. Maybe go with a clean sweep shutout.
You're not even halfway here in game 3, and you're absolutely right. I mean, if you're sitting on the FaZe Planet side, you keep going.
Oh yeah.
In a stage like this, a series that matters so much. I mean, so many people have Falcons going deep in their run at the World Championship in the lower bracket. And if they were to win this series,
Talk about the wrench it throws and everybody else in the lower bracket. I mean, no one wants to play either FaZe or Falcons in the lower bracket. Neither one's going to be fun.
now AJ connect on that one. FaZe commanding game 3 here. And it really is now, you're going to have to take the next intermission between game 3 and 4 if you're
That's all you have.
to talk it over.
Use your timeout.
Or use it now, or talk it over now in game.
Oh yeah, you can at least do that. I mean, yeah, I think when you're down 5-0 with 2 minutes, you're going to have to just write this one off. You just know it got away from you, and that's another small problem. That's a good adjustment to at least keep it there, but I think all you're really hoping for here is Falcons stop the bleeding, maybe get a few good pushes on offense, hope to score, get something on the board. Nope, not even there. Typical takes it away.
BRK threatening. Falcons looking for some offense, still scoreless in this entire series. Just logged out. FaZe don't have to work much here. Honestly, they're just looking to run out the clock at this point. Nice. Poke downfield by First Killer. Falcons need to show something here in game 3. Can't get to it fast enough. It's difficult. That one comes out to Cal, and everyone pushed up for Falcons. Big clear. 6-0 FaZe Clan.
Falcons just wanted something. They decided to stay a little bit further forward. Maybe we can get there. And then you just lose the ball in the middle of the FaZe box. First Killer to himself. I think that's 2 unassisted. I think he passed it to himself twice in this game. I'm pretty sure.
Well, he called his own number on the flip reset dunk there. And now the pass to himself. Less than a minute to go. You can see it on the player face cam. Frustration there from Falcons. And of course, rightfully so. Yeah. Getting at 6-0, almost 7-0 there. Ahmad. Great save once again. Falcons really just looking for one at this point here in game 3. Get something going. FaZe has just been relentless on offense and defensively as well. Another solid game. Keeping Falcons scoreless, but not a lot of chances. Hold on a second. It's been a nice play on. They poke through, and Falcons finally on the board here in this series.
And they don't even care. They're just like, we scored. I mean, I'd be frustrated too. At least we got one, but it doesn't even make the game look good. You know what I mean? Like, we still got 160, 170 potentially. Who knows? But I don't know. If I'm Falcons, what am I talking about in the middle of this entire game? I'm Falcons, I'm probably saying, guys, we gotta talk. But that has to be some kind of shutdown comms when you're running into each other that consistently and that degree.
There's got to be something you could say here in Game 3. FaZe commanding it all the way through. And they're on top here so far in this series.
Wow. What a show. Yeah, I hope first killer got MVP. 10 shots, 4 goals, 2 assists. 900 scores. AJ didn't even get 100 points. Is that an honest movie streak, really?
He didn't even get that many touches on. Had 1 shot. Meanwhile, first killer 10xing his score almost.
What a show. That was FaZe Clan's game right there. I mean, you heard it in the BT, right? Before this game started. Because, like, yeah, we did a little replay view, so I think we know what we're up against this time. I dare say that's the game that proves you figured it out.
This is one of the most locked-in FaZe Clan series I have seen in a while.
Yeah.
And they've had some great series. But this is a different level. To do this against a team like Falcons, just in the grand finals of spring game, a team that everyone has going deep. And I think, as the desk showed, and as the chat showed, everyone has to witness one. So to be sitting 0-3 at the moment and blown out in Game 3, 6-1, unprecedented here so far.
6 goals scored by FaZe, most offense allowed in the game all season long. Wow. Now how do you fight back? You're sitting here thinking, man, we can't even score, and then you just suffer your worst defeat. Now you're on the brink of a sweep. You're talking about great teams. No better time than now.
And you talk about payback here in Falcons 3-1 win over FaZe in spring major. They blew them out. Falcons blew FaZe out 6-0 in Game 4. FaZe repaying that here in Game 3. FaZe looking for one more game. And another more difficult. It's 1-0 right off the bat for FaZe Clan.
I love how Difficult do this is coming. He's just edging forward. He knows AJ's going to be that guy, and he knows TRK can't get a strong clear. He's just waiting to see which direction it goes, and the game seems to want him to score. It went right back to him in an easy put away. FaZe, no let up on the gas pedals. Say, great. We're going to pick up right where we left off. 15 seconds. No. Let's make it 2!
The momentum from FaZe Clan is unprecedented. And another pass to himself. FaZe Clan up 2-0 in 19 seconds in Game 4.
Well, okay. Gotta shake that off as well. You know that this one can't possibly go as poorly as the previous game did. Yes, you've given up 2, but you have so much time here. And as Rocket League most often is, it's a matter of execution. And you find a way to fight against the tilt here. Not let FaZe get in your head.
And like you said in the previous game, this is one where you really say you gotta stop bleeding, you gotta get one back. Slow down FaZe, knock them off the horse. They've just been sprinting. And this one could be it. That's a huge save again from AJ. Defensively, a rock for FaZe. And they might need him again. Falcons ramping up another attack. This one pitched away by first killer.
They're not bad shots either.
Yeah.
They're placed top corner, back poles, away from people. They're making FaZe work for it. They're just positioned so well. Falcons have a pretty decent approach, but I mean, defensively, like you said it already, this is the most locked-in FaZe we've seen all year, and it's paying dividends right now.
Minute and a half into Game 4, and double demo. Ahmad would have cleared away, looking for the back ball, but his teammates are recovering. Thrown towards the wall, Ahmad trying to play interference on the goal line. Alex wants to take a couple of challenges. A bad look here for Falcons. Right, he needs to slot this one. It goes down. And pays with a booming clear.
Just not a lot of boost on the pitch for Falcons to work with. Just trying to use so much.
Boy, what a read from AJ there. You talk about FaZe being locked in, and defensively AJ, a masterclass here against Falcons so far.
Okay.
Khaled all by himself. Delivery set denied by AJ again. He's everywhere. And Falcons kind of calling each other off and getting wrapped up.
I actually thought that was a good idea, but Simple just threw a space at it and was like, even if you go for the misdirection, you throw off the timing. Simple is just like, okay, someone has to go, and this may be it with the bomb, and it's still not good. TRK trying to fix it. This time, Falcons will get on the board. You felt like it had to be soon, and if it wasn't then, When was it gonna be?
If with that flip reset too, the setup was everything was there for Falcons. They finally are able to break through in Game 4. You talk about stopping the bleeding. They've done that here at halftime. They're back in here in Game 4, and they need to get going.
Shake it out a little bit if you're Falcons. Now the important thing is you don't give one up right back. If you're gonna score, make them score late when you're trying to shove. You don't want to go down 2 again.
What the hell, bro? I am thinking, bro.
That's clear there from Typical. AJ having to bail him out. So pitching across Typical again. Tossing it downfield. Maze have to be careful here. I'm gonna let their foot off the gas. Falcons certainly ramping up. Looking better and better on offense. Khaled, more confident behind the ball. Another quality challenge. This time it goes right out to AJ. He's looking for the air choke. He gets it over for the corner. Typical with the shot goes wide of the net. Still FaZe hunting for this one, but Falcons there to wrap it up and take control.
Frustrating. If you're Typical, you would have liked to feel like you put the game away right there. But they're not done yet. Still pushing on that Falcons goal line, and not a lot of boost to work with between all 3 of them. The only one with anything is TRK, and he's just going to try and shove this one. Oh, and that's a great deflection. Ahmad was in position, and Khaled now with TRK just trying to fight off FaZe here.
Going to be creative here from AJ. Scott, oh, the guy didn't know that. Typical's going to slot it to the right side. 3-1 out for FaZe.
He wasn't going to miss the second chance. TRK trying to figure it out to your right. Ahmad just missed one. That's tough.
It looked like AJ was going to keep going.
Yeah.
And it's tough to know when he's running out of boost.
Yeah.
Loaded under it. Ahmad plays the next touch. A minute left for Falcons. FaZe marching to victory here. TRK. Back within 1 for Falcons.
Oh, you can't get rid of it. You saw them all instantly lean forward like, okay, we're still in. They're feeling good. Happy with that goal, and wow, far down and in with authority.
And they needed that one. 56 seconds left. Falcons, the best game they've had so far. They need one more to tie things up and give themselves a shot. Khaled into the FaZe corner. Difficult. Taking his time.
How do you be creative with 40 seconds? Falcons.
Well, a little flip reset might help there. And that second man win. TRK, Khaled. Shot not on target. TRK again, who's to work with. Flip reset. Not going to work out. We see Falcons quickly into the challenges. Making life difficult, but it's very clear from Typical, and he opens up that sideline all the way to the Falcons side. 15 seconds left. TRK. Possibly the last chance here for Falcons. This one comes across the box. Typical. Just trying to stay behind this one. AJ called upon.
What a touch.
0-second time upon us. Falcons looking for anything. A sign of life. TRK can't go. It's up to Ahmad.
Oh, he's there.
Khaled boost. And a big clear from Typical. They got to go the length of the field. First killer's there. It's off the crossbar. He kept it up. Oh, he's got TRK.
From FaZe, didn't you? You thought for sure. They keep it up on their own goal line, and you're like, oh, here it comes. And FaZe say no. Another 6-save game from AJ. Absolutely bonkers defensive performance from FaZe Clan. You want to talk about what won that? Just stopped Falcons from scoring 3 goals in 4 games. How many teams could say they ever held Falcons to under 1 goal a game in a series?
A dominant series from FaZe, an impressive series from FaZe, an unprecedented series from FaZe. We talked about it every single game, every step of the way. Defensively, rock solid. Offensively, everything was clicking. I don't think there was a single weak link that I could have pointed to from FaZe over the season.
Yeah.
I've said a lot of things about FaZe, but you gotta give them their credit when it's due. They have taken down a strong opponent here in Falcons, and they look good doing it.
Strong is right. What a show from FaZe. Falcons going to be a menace in the lower bracket. Gonna have to go back and lick your wounds a little bit here. I mean, It really got locked down. Mobile One high performance replay, a highlight reel from FaZe in general. I wonder if there's any defensive. That's really what it all was for me. Some excellent goals when Falcons actually were able to get on the board, but keeping that many shots from Falcons throughout the course of the series, away from danger and consistently able to stop that pressure from building. Just love it.
What a way that one ended as well. I mean, some late game heroics, I suppose. Falcons that just came up a little bit short. But my goodness, and you feel like if you're a FaZe fan, you got to be feeling good going deeper into the track. It's top 8 qualification. They get to that final day.
That's the best look.
You know, they're going to go down to that lower bracket, but I feel bad anyone's sitting down there because I think Falcons will absolutely be immense.
And FaZe have perennially been a team like, they could win one. They could definitely win something, and they've just, as we talked about in the pregame, you know, never quite able to do it. So, out of all the times to just decide that you're going to go ahead and win, it might as well be the World Championship.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, it sounds like we might have an interview on stage. We'll send it over to Orr.
Thank you guys. Yes, here we are, first killer. I'm gonna start off right off to the rim here. Were you nervous in the end? Those last couple of bounces.
Wasn't nervous because I have the same teammates. I knew they could save me, but I should have dropped the ball as soon as I had the opportunity. But I tried. I don't know. I got overconfident. I went for the shot. It was a bit off, and then they almost counterattacked. That was so fast, but my teammates made a great save.
I mean, everybody here was chanting and getting loud. I mean, was it something that worked especially well for you guys now? I mean, you guys look to be on fire essentially the entire series.
Yeah, we were just playing our game, honestly. Like, we talked it out, we did replay review, like we knew how they were going to play, and we knew how to counter them. It was just sticking to the game plan and trusting each other and just following each other up, and that's what we did in the end, and they got us the W.
Was there a point in the series where you felt like we got this in the bag?
After game two. After game two, I just felt like we were just going to win. I don't know, the game felt so good. Like it didn't feel easy, but it just felt like we were in control of the field. And I don't know, I just felt like we were going to win.
I mean, game 3, you guys were up 6-0, I believe. I mean, walk us through that.
I don't know, we just, yeah, it was easy.
All right, well, we're going to let first killer go. We got, and next is coming up, it's going to be G2 versus Furia. Please, stick around.
Here's to tell everyone we just switched to Verizon's new Welcome Unlimited plan for just $30.
I already told everyone.
Wait, did you just say Verizon for just $30?
It's their best unlimited price ever.
$30? That's awesome. Yeah, and it's the most reliable 5G network in America.
For $30 a line, I'm switching now. Yeah, it's easy. And you get $960 when you switch the whole family.
Wow, I gotta let my buddies know.
We're already here.
The network you want, the price you love, only from Verizon.
This might not be your car, and this might not be your engine. Maybe this isn't your morning routine. Maybe these aren't your coworkers. Perhaps these aren't your standard driving conditions. Far from it. But this is your order. It means you're one of us. Customers. For serious engines, on and off the track. Upgrade to Mobile One.
The Bronco Raptor was built to climb pretty much anything. Dunes, rocks, even ranks. Bronco Raptor. Rocket League.
الواحد راح يعرف إلا بده يعمل بده يتفرج على اللايف محمد انت تلعب فورتنايت ولا لا عشان ما صوتك ما يلعب اذا بدك تلعب انا عادي قاعد مع الوقت
نولع الوضع.
البوم او لا اوعى تجرب مرة ثانية. ايوه واختار واحد الثلاث الأساطير في العالم. هاي الحركة تشلي آمالي. أنا خايف باو. إيه؟ استبدال؟ لا والله أنا الأزرق. أيوة من نشوف من أسرع واحد اللون. ياه What the hell bro؟ يعني عندنا من أول وجهة عند أسلحة ذهبية أسطورية لا يجعل بها إلا أنت. أسد رميني ومن جميلة جميلة. شوف أنا لسه هذا السير هذا السيرفر يجي أطلع كله شايف. انت طفى انت هاتفة من مكانك فيه واو. طبعا يكتب ولا عليها زائدة حط عليها مفعول عليها زائدة تحطها بسنة. هذا مفعول وخلص ليش؟ خلص ما في شيء. What the heck bro؟ أنا تحت الأرض يبتلي.
We have to tell everyone that we just switched to Verizon's new Welcome Unlimited plan for just $30.
I've already heard of it.
Wait, did you say Verizon for just $30?
$30? That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's from the most reliable 5G network in America.
For $30 a line, I'm switching now. Yeah, it's easy. And you get $960 when you switch the whole family.
Wow, I gotta let my buddies know. The network you want, for the price you love, only from Verizon.
This might not be your car. And this might not be your engine. Maybe this isn't your morning routine. And maybe these aren't your goals. Perhaps these aren't your standard driving. Far from it. But this is your oil. Which means you're one of us. For serious, on and off the track. Upgrade to Mobile One.
The Bronco Raptor was built to climb. Pretty much anything. Hills, rocks, even wings.
Games of Rocket League played as Falcon massively upset here by phase 4. Oh, the fact that
things. One is maybe not the hugest, like not the biggest surprise, but the way they won it, absolutely astonishing. Absolutely, the first killer. Put the numbers. You know, first
I don't care about the numbers. Don't start with the numbers. Don't start with the numbers. Don't start. Don't get dry.
And they didn't score for most of that series. The KC defense was so incredible. Like all three members on the field, and then Coach rolls it. What a first showing from him. Now FaZe onto the playoff. The final day, championship Sunday, but all three members of FaZe, massive credit across the board. We said Falcons were definitely favorites coming into this, and especially because of London, but FaZe showed up.
First two games going very low scoring. Two teams that are known for their offense. 0-0 games going into overtime. But it wasn't the boost management for Falcons that seemed to worry me. If you look at that top left corner in any of these highlights, you see one player on 0 and the other two running out very quickly. They were wasting a lot of boost for things where it wasn't getting any value. Running after a ball, getting into the ball, wasting a lot of boost, long recovery, and it left those massive gaps in defense that the FaZe was just exploiting.
And then Falcons, they had a lot of pressure, but something we articulated on the desk before the matchup. Once they started getting backs against the wall, it looked like they got frustrated. FaZe were playing incredible defense, and the ball just simply wasn't going in for the Falcons. They took the time running game 3, and they still looked like they crumbled after that.
That's like a bully in high school, right? You know, you're going to beat up a lot of people, but when you get punched in the mouth, when you come back, and Falcons so far, like every time that they're getting punched in the mouth, they have not fought back. So they'll have to fix that going into the lower bracket, but another solid playoffs.
Amazing.
And Ecto won as a 4-0 sweep on the board at the World Championship. I don't think anyone expected that.
This is the best Rocket League tournament ever happened. I love seeing what's happening here. It's just crazy that we were talking about like this before, like, what's the weakness here for Falcons? And we're like, we can't think of any. And then literally Corelli's like, the final thing he said when they were ended in game 4 was, I could not find a single thing, a single weakness to point out for FaZe. Like the flip-flop there, the amount, the way that pendulum swung their FaZe.
It's a Coach Diz buff. I shouldn't have went against my boy. It's a Coach Diz buff. They actually play future perfect Rocket League. Their fault all year has been their defense. They allow some of the silliest goals ever. We know their mechanical ability, we know their offensive prowess, but then they just let you like this slip up and slip easy going, like, oh, here comes FaZe again, they're crumbling. But that was incredible. The first two games, to keep the Falcons scoreless for basically, they kept them scoreless for almost 20 minutes.
15 minutes, yeah, 15 minutes.
Yeah, you include the overtime, it's actually incredible.
The beauty of Rocket League, though, every single day it's going to be a different result. We saw Falcons, I thought they were the better team yesterday, but FaZe clearly better team.
And one trend that happens in Rocket League consistently is teams who expect to be faultless. We saw it with BDS going into London. They can underperform and they can look like a much worse team because Rocket League is so hard to be consistent in. If you're feeling a little bit off, if any part of your team is off, that's 1/3 of the teams that's underperforming and it affects the teammates massively. When you go out into big matches like that and your opponents are playing well, it can go completely the opposite to what you expect, and that's exactly what we saw there. FaZe going 4-0 against Falcons, and the result we'd never expect, but it's always possible in Rocket League.
You're talking about like FaZe's defense, how they struggled with defense for so long. That 0-second play at the end of game 4, the way that they kept amazing stuff. What a turnaround there. What a series. FaZe, congratulations on qualifying for top 8. We'll see them play on Championship Sunday. Let's take a look at Group B as we now have one of the matches concluded here, sending FaZe through. And now on the other side of things.
So really quick too, with that Falcons loss, we cannot have a grand final. Moist versus Falcons. They're on the same side of the bracket if Falcons advance through. So you can't have that final again.
It can change. Everything changing here. Man. It's crazy to think about that. Just thinking about like what the implications of where these teams are going to be.
That's huge for FaZe too, because now they avoid the number 1 and number 2 teams coming in. So gigantic for FaZe.
They avoid G2 if G2 wins?
Moist and Falcons. Come on, number 1, number 2, G2, a very distant number 3. All right, very distant.
Oh, I see.
Well, let's talk about the next match we have for the day. You see it up there in the upper semis there. Furia taking on G2 Esports. The predictions have been sweeps so far today. I feel like this might be where that finally breaks, as this is a difficult one to talk about, Regan.
It's so much about form going into these. Both these teams have shown exceptional ceilings of where they can go to, but it's whether they can put it off this big stage. You know, this is a massive game to put them into that Sunday, put their prize money guarantee much higher. They're going to be feeling a lot of pressure, and I don't think these two teams have seen each other in top form ever, because they've both shown that only at this event and not necessarily in the past against each other.
We've seen these teams play before, but this time they're clashing in peak form.
Com certeza estou animado para jogar contra G2, hype também, né, que vai ser a revanche de Los Angeles.
We're definitely excited for all the mechanical stuff that's going to happen. It's always fun to play against a team that tries to match your speed.
Em relação a dentro do jogo, contra G2, eu acho que a gente tem que alterar os passos dele, o espaço individual.
When we set the pace against them, we know when to strike and when to overcommit for goal scoring opportunities.
A maior fraqueza da G2 é não ser brasileiro e não ter a garra que a gente tem.
The only message I have for Fury is good luck because I think we found our form.
G2, vocês ganharam em Los Angeles, mas agora chegou nossa hora.
This is our time to shine.
Vem pra cima, G2, aqui é Brasil.
You're Kyle, they're saying they're angry. They're like, this is a rematch. Fury is taking this seriously.
Yeah, and just like Sniper was saying, his interview, they have the African effect. Kyle was saying that Fury, they have the Brazilian effect. Sometimes leads up to the victory. Listen, that might play a little bit of effect into it, but it's going to be the play on the field that really matters. Yan especially took a defensive approach yesterday, allowed Kyle and Carr to really step up and be more of a phenomenal on offense. So I expect that young man right there to be really exceptional against the GT squad.
We talk about roller coasters, Furia, they're just going uphill right now. They've been looking better and better and better. Coming off the Gamers 8 win, now they want to do it in a proper way.
Yeah, you say that journey, the full major, not looking anywhere near the level expected. LA, they made it far, but they weren't able to do it in front of the crowd. And then we've only seen them now at the Spring Major in Gamers 8, where they look like one of the best teams in the world. And it is thanks to the whole team stepping up, higher and Card, now supporting Yan in being some of the strongest players on the pitch. It is that mechanical ability, the speed and prowess this team shows when they're playing at their best. They're flowing around each other well, and that's what G2 are going to be scared of.
The fire from this team. We've seen it. I feel like it's hard for maybe for us English-speaking fans to fully feel the impact of, because we don't understand what they're saying in the moment. But the energy comes across in the body language. It comes across in the interviews.
And we see it, the impact on electronics. Yeah, like who knows about monitors right now? I'm going to be very, very concerned.
Well, on the other side of things, face team that needs no introduction.
I don't need to even introduce. I'm gonna let the crowd do that. Jay Naps, I know he had a little bit of interest in him yesterday. Said something about retirement, win a world championship. I'm letting you know right now, this young man is not planning on retiring anytime soon. He's at the peak of his stars, the peak of his game, and he's on the best G2 roster as ever since. He's the captain Canada, and he's got young Chicago right on the side.
Winter Major champion Chicago. They took down Fury in the upper bracket, 4-2. Went on to win the entire tournament, so we know that they can do it at an international land. But none of that matters at this point. It's World Championship time. G2 wants to show that they are the best in the world.
Yeah, Chicago, often the standout player in his rosters, but now he plays support to this man here, Atomic, the star player of the team, the North American MVP for a reason. He shows up on this big stage now that he builds the team. And his mechanics really do shine in this lobby. They are in a mechanical lobby now. They've got the Brazilian players who flare all over the pitch. Atomic Flare, not the standout factor in this game. It's going to be their teamwork, their passing play, their synergy. It's going to take the team.
And you bring up the team play and the synergy. Atomic's currently leading everybody. 1.5. Best midfielder in the game. Top the charts on down. Like, look, Yan, Atomic.
And Yan, he only put in one goal. Their last series, they won comfortably versus K-Corp, so if Yan gets going on the opposite side, watch out.
The idea that like you could be playing not at peak form, not having your star player popping off, you're still winning that dominantly. There's got to be some of the G2 fans are a little bit worried about. Let's see how they're feeling about it in the Verizon fandom. Hashtag FUR, hashtag G2 here. Guys,
Gibbs go first.
You go first? Alright, well, let's talk about competition, right? Furia, coming in versus the red hot K-Corp, and they deliver. G2 played a cold optic, alright? Not that impressive, a 4-0 there, but Furia. Furia's gonna come out, Yan's gonna come out and prove that he's one of the best in the world. Furia takes this.
Furia.
Oh, Furia. I was about to say Gibbs is guessing, but I'm also going to be going Furia, and that's because I believe the way Furia played against K-Corp, that was a little bit K-Corp underperforming. Furia looked amazing as well, and I think the way Furia are playing at this event, with Yan potentially even going higher, I think that's too much for G2 at this stage. But then again, this is the hardest match to say predict, and there's a reason for it.
It's the roller coaster.
Yeah.
Fury's been climbing it. Gamer's Ava's here. All of a sudden, you really gotta come back.
This is a roller coaster.
You gotta come back. You gotta come back. You gotta come back down.
Close to the G2
Yeah, but then Gibbs brought it out there with Fury. They've been climbing. I've been coming down. G2 and Fury, we've seen them playing once in the elevator. We all know how that went. That was 4-2 for G2 Esports. Atomic, man, I expected them to dominate the mid. So I saw them from G2 yesterday. I saw the LA passive plays. I saw the composure. I saw the team plays. I saw the nap. Top left, top right, top slaughter. G2 Esports over Fury right here, right now. Wave, come along. Come along in a ride.
Man, that was like 5 months ago. That was so convincing, and yet I'm still going to predict Fury. I think they might be the world champs at this point. We just don't know. They are so good yesterday. I cannot lose with good conscience. This is where I make my comeback. You got G2 with you there, man. Or you got the fans with you in the front fan vote as well. Let's get into the game. Oh, man, this is an exciting one. Fury on one side, G2 on the other. A rematch that Fury has been waiting for. They're in the blue. You got G2 in the orange. A best of 7. Let's get the Rise of Skybox.
The team that put Brazil on the map is one match away from qualifying for the playoffs, but one North American juggernaut stands in their way, Marco.
This is a tough one. I'm gonna be honest, I'm all about Korea, but when I look at the NA, I'm looking at G2. This is my favorite team of the region, and right now, I mean, they've been playing like they were playing on the winter league, on the winter split, so that this is scary for anyone out there.
Absolutely. And for Furious, Mark, how they played yesterday against K-Corp, it wasn't mechanical or reliant on Gan's ability. It was methodical. They're going to need that type of play. They got to handle, if they can handle G2 with that passing that they're so known for. It's going to be a difficult one. Kyle, instead of he was very aware that that's exactly what they're going to have to counter. They're already 3 up when it's taken away.
Yeah, we listened to Kyle from his pre-show rematch, and yeah, they know that they have to counter those passes from G2, otherwise they're gonna be done. But right now, I mean, so far, 30 seconds limited clock, and they have been, you know, very careful how they approach G2.
J-Nap actually got control of the ball again.
I am sorry!
Set up. Big clear here for Fury. Trying to push it across. That's 3 times now in the first minute. The G2 have stuffed that ball into the corner. Fury respecting it, immediately going back. Having a re-hit on the blue half. Trying to break out here with Card on the free flip, but not.
Yeah, Kyle will just push it over a little bit, just waiting for Jack to take over this opportunity. And Jack, you saw him again. He was going for the bomb, he was going for the devil, not like straight for the follow. So maybe a similar approach to what we saw yesterday against K-Corp.
You definitely can't expect Gansas to go to one type of play anymore. Mixing up that play, you have to expect that he's going to get a bunch of different types of looks. He's not always going to go for the touch. Gotta keep your camera on a swivel. G2 attempt immediately cut off. Fury not giving G2 space when they can. Chicago got the break. G2 on the board first.
There was a big win from Korea on that right there from Card. He couldn't get that one. And if you are Korea, you need to make sure that you dominate that midfield. Otherwise, you're gonna end up playing 2v1 in defense, and you definitely don't want that against G2.
Getting out boxed on the first goal. Out Atomic. He had a great series against Optic earlier in the tournament. But like Jeff was saying, it's going to be so far as they have really taken that first man position most often in the opening half. G2 Furia was controlled in the field. Tries to push it out, but he gets deleted on the play. G2 gets space.
As you mentioned, J-Nap has been really good at midfield so far. He's just on top of the ball every single time he has the chance. And we expect, we want to see G2, I mean J-Nap as the attacker, as the guy that is on offense on a good position to attack the net. But if he's going to, you know, move the ball and be the playmaker as well, I mean, what can he do? Oh my God, so close from Card, but you know, this good defense from G2 right on top of that ball.
It ended up really working out. Watch it, puts in 1 and he's got 2 involved on the goal.
I'm telling you, he's doing everything right now. J-Nap is so focused. He's going for the, you know, for the passes. He's waiting for the ball in midfield. He's, you know, open net. I'm gonna take it as well. Never a shot that has not power from J-Nap.
midfield presence from Furia really lacking in the opening half. And it's just been, I'm not going to say easy for JNF to lob it downfield, but Furia was so willing to pull off on the play. Card's going to try off the ceiling. Got a shot. Got a dunk as well. Yan's there. Got an award. Card there. Oh, the post is saved. Yo,
That's hard to watch. I mean, the first thing, the way Atomic jumped on top of Yanks was great, but then all of a sudden, I mean, I don't know how.
That's a Mickey goal if I've ever seen one. Yeah. Sometimes you got to put those in Furia. You take them when you can get them. Immediately on the kickoff. As Atomic in front for Card. Immediately takes it away. We were just talking about midfield presence for Furia. That one did come right off the kickoff. Card actually squeezing that ball away and getting a solid opportunity. Putting the pressure on B2. Pulling off on this play. Going to try again from the orange half.
And I was just looking at JNF, how he's up front every single time, and he was really good. They're trying to boost our Furia, so they don't have the opportunity to use Yanks or Card in the midfield, in the air, and get some crazy thing going on. So they're very aware of how to play against Furia.
This time wrenches the ball away from G2. Furia trying to move around the corner. Now another challenge, and gets bumped off the boost. Atomic cut off on the pass. Most of G2's passes, when they get to the blue half, have been contested. He does come back to the midfield game, and brings past one, and it's taken away to the corner. Blue steals for Furia, but nobody able to challenge the ball, and G2 get a free clear.
And you have 3 people from Furia over there. I thought they were going for the clear. I mean, to keep on the play, but no, it was G2, the one that managed to get the clear. Now G2 again, keeping the pressure on the blue zone fairly well. They're trying to go for easy plays, but still they are handling that ball, the control, exceptionally well on the blue side.
Card got weaved around. G2 wasting a lot of the time off the clock. Furia, not a lot left to build pressure. Again, bodied off the ball. Push out, but that's only a Furia clear. Kyle falling back over to the corner. He gets one. But it's taken away by Chain out. Again, pulling off the play, and Card there. Broken rotation maybe for Furia. Still trying to make it work. But it's a dead ball in the corner. They're still trying to push forward. Time running out of Kyle. G2 locked down on defense.
1 second now. The pass, Kyle with another pass to Card. Denied by G2. 1 second left. And Jax now with the option. The ball is still high. It's open. The shot. Oh, nice. In the air.
Card got the catch. Off the ramp. On the ceiling. Card wants the pass. Chicago's there. No one from Furia will get there in time. And G2 take game 1.
You know what? I'm looking at that last shot from Kyle, and I think maybe if you go crossbar and backboard a little bit, keep it open. They were expecting that shot from Kyle, so maybe if you play it a little bit different, they could have had a chance. Still, very good game by both the teams, I guess.
You guess.
Yes, I think.
No, I totally understand what you mean. I'm thinking about the one play where Yan had a free ball rolling out to him in the attacking third, but then he pulled off the play, maybe trying to bait G2 out, because G2 had a good read on defense. So you think maybe if we have Card take it up the side wall, we'll catch G2 out on rotation. And it actually did work pretty well. Mess up their defensive rotation a little bit. But G2, great goal line defense. And really, the one goal Furia got this one looking a little silly, but it does prove that they're able to move the G2 defense when they generate pressure. Not all G2 playing perfect defense. Furia are able to manipulate things in their favor once they start controlling that boost game. Man, you've been feeling good all week. Watching the Brazil show.
Sure. I mean, it's yesterday. Well, you're not wearing your colors or whatever. Okay, so I got the shirt here. I got the shirt here.
That's a great shirt. I need to get one of those.
I'll get it for you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
hook me up.
We'll do it. Perfect.
G2 playing exactly how we thought they would. It's that methodical, death by 1,000 passes. That midfield game really was something Furia struggled with early on. I'll ask you, for Furia, how do you counter that and get the midfield game back under control? Letting G2 take that early lead.
I think they were thrown off by JNF a little bit. JNF's way, excellent. I can say good things about how JNF's outplayed in that game, but they might have to take JNF out a little bit. Like he was playing very uncontested on the midfield. And I feel like maybe above here, try to be there in his space so he feels the pressure a little bit more. Maybe that can work out for Furia in the future, in the next video game. And I also have to say, they were trying to rotate in a way where they were trying to keep a lot of pressure on the guys on G2, but for some reason they were not able to read the playstyle, G2's playstyle so well. So I think, you know, this first match was one to understand how G2 is going to be defending basically, and then maybe in the future they can add more pressure to G2's defense.
Think back to the last yesterday when Furia played against K-Corp. Only won in that series, solid, especially in the passing game. I thought it might have given us an inkling into what to expect on how Furia would attempt defending against that G2 passing. Like you said, it didn't really matter when JNAP's got so many free looks in front of the net. I think Furia getting in their own heads on the play a little bit, pulling off some miscoms, all three players getting caught in the same area sometimes. Yep. So then we head to Aquadome. We'll see what adjustments Furia make, or if G2 will start things off on the right wheel again. They're gonna get things started for Furia.
Chicago to JNAPs again, the passes. They use the passes every single time. I mean, it doesn't matter if they're attacking in the clear, any single time. And that's the difference between them and K-Corp. K-Corp would get the pass and then throw it back to the net. These guys, they can make 2, 3, 4 passes. It doesn't matter. I mean, they have time to waste.
And it makes them so dangerous too, because as soon as they know that Furia are expecting a pass, the demo comes in with save from Chicago. Then they can just move it away, catch you out over-rotating because you're expecting a passing play. Furia already having to withstand the counterattack. Turned into map pressure for G2. Chicago in front. This shot goes in. Atomic bullies his way in.
And they had defenders. Furia had defenders on that play. It's just Atomic. He's just so good. He knows how to position. You were talking about it yesterday. How you can create pressure with only positioning your card in a certain way, and that's exactly what Atomic did in that play.
Make your card big enough. Nobody's gonna stop you from getting in the net. Here's JNAPs again. Didn't quite get what he wanted, but he was looking for Chicago the whole way. The first minute belongs to G2.
JNAPs with the shot. I don't know what happened. I mean, Card, he went out. Maybe he was expecting Janks to get that ball, and then he was trying to, you know, get into early rotation. But nah, man. I mean, when it's these three guys, Atomic, JNAPs, Chicago, you can't just watch things. You have to make sure that your teammates actually get the touch.
You gotta get into the third. You gotta prevent G2 from just JNAPs walking into your box. Free. No keep eating. Card looks around. He's gotta let go. Shot a little high. Hand in the air. Denied. JNAPs in front. And Kyle with the goal. Furious with the lead.
I love how Kyle was waiting for that ball with nothing on the tag. I mean, he didn't have that much. And I mean, I'll still wait here. I mean, whatever. I need to make sure that if the ball is right in front of the net, I have to be there to make it happen. You called it a Mickey goal before, but they weren't there to make it happen. So again, this time they took the chance and it paid off.
Hey, let's do something straight here. Mickey goals are sometimes some of the best goals we'll ever get, all right? It's not necessary. Mickey doesn't mean bad.
Okay, gotcha.
Not always. Cards. Having to retreat immediately. Chicago's in control again. Trying to get to that ball. Now JNAPs, here he is, free in the third. Almost uncontested. Card drops it down. Free ball for Atomic. Double tap denied by Kyle. Atomic stealing the boost. Chicago getting pumped by Atomic. JNAP's gonna bail him out. Give G2 some time. Furia finally get a 50 for Card. Avoids a bump and is able to get a touch at least. We see Furia, they're really struggling to get back to this ball. Their first touches really aren't the cleanest. They're going right back to G2. They don't have that control, and their boost game has been small pad for a little while there. They finally work out.
Yeah, it's been tough for them to get the clears, but once they do, G2 seems to be having no problem at getting the ball back to the boost zone. Now it's an open net. Maybe JNAPs can get there. Oh no! He wasn't able to get on time, and Jank nails the second goal for Furia.
A breakdown here. Atomic tries to get the 50, and JNAPs rotating back. I think he went for the midfield boost. He's being sitting on 0. And pulled him completely out of the rotation. He's thinking, you know, Atomic there, he's going to get the 50. I'll have time to get back, but dice there for Atomic and Jane as Fury tied up.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I don't think he was out of position too much. He was expecting his teammates to get, a touch on that ball, not Yank that had a free goal.
Up high for G2. Back on offense. Scary sometimes for Fury on defense. The ball gets lobbed above the backboard, and the touches really aren't perfect. Like, it's not clean defense from Furia, but they're somehow able to wiggle their way out of these tough situations. Even there again, has to touch the ball away, but Chicago gets the first chance at it. That's been the difficult part for Furia. They're cut off again in midfield.
J-Nap's doing his job very, very well in the midfield. I gotta say, I always praise Kyle how good, how hard he is on the midfield, but I mean, I have to be honest, I think J-Naps is doing a better job on this series so far.
Front hard. Gonna deny the dunk. Yeah, throws it back out when it's back to G2. Atomic trying to bump Kyle. Goes to the net. Chicago misses the shot. Yeah, on the breakout, back to Kyle. On the catch. Beyond midfield. Kyle, one more touch. Off the board. No shot denied.
Awesome defense by Atomic. Now, J-Naps and Chicago trying to get a hold of that ball, trying to get the pass in the center. Atomic now goes at it alone by himself, and no one was there. I mean, I think I understand why that happened, but at the same time, I wish there was someone there to accompany Atomic a little bit on that play, because he did everything by himself, and then no one was there to get the goal.
As Atomic rotates right back to Chicago's pass. And this time getting in front of the 50. Much free space for G2. Furia also constantly having to keep their cameras swiveling for G2. Yeah! Furia take the lead!
How often do you see a 1v3 workout like this? I mean, 1, 2, and 3 players from G2. No one could do anything against Jax, and now Furia has a chance here. I mean, they have to lead for the first time in the series.
So much defensive duty for Furia. But a big breakout play.
Oh no!
No! And it's a whip for Chicago ties it up!
How do you go, to this whip after doing an amazing 1v3 play? I don't get it, Jack. I don't get it. That's Rocket League. Oh my god. And the fans love it. The fans love it.
They love it. The G2 champs have been going strong. Furia, when you thought you finally got ahead, it's immediately ripped away from you. Challenge on the 50, win in the corner. Exactly in position on that second man. Respecting G2's positioning in that respect, which is quick. Really difficult to get by. There's again, having to get away from the ball. Two touches, just turns into a mess. All the rotation would first end up bumping into each other. The ball kicks out, and you think, dangerous play. But then the player's not ready because